Welcome to City Limits, the show that explores the fun, fascinating people and places in cities just like yours. This episode is dedicated to the ideals of community, whether that be with people who live in the same area or folks who come together under the umbrella of a common cause and similar experiences. Like in Santa Clarita, California, where customers and vendors at a local farmers market have created a shopping network wherein all are invited. Or how about in Los Angeles, California, where the Making Memories Festival raises awareness and garners support in the fight against mental illnesses like Alzheimer's disease by employing elements everyone can identify with, namely music and food. Time to go into full screen mode because City Limits starts right now. From nearby neighborhoods and in parts that are a bit further away, the farmers market in Santa Clarita, California attracts people on the hunt for fresh produce, goods for the home, and the occasional unexpected find.
A certified farmer's market, what that certified label means is that it's guaranteed to be California produce. Everything here has to be produced and grown, cooked in California. So that means you're getting farm fresh local produce. And I think that's one of the things that people really like about it is that it's so farm fresh. That means they can vine ripen it, they can tree ripen it, so it's not shipped a long way. So it's just gonna have better flavor. We're able to use older varieties. But in a farmer's market, you'll find everything in the agricultural section, from fruits, nuts, eggs, cheese, honey, flowers, potted plants, meat products. And then in our non-certified, or what we call an ancillary section, they can have bread, we have pasta, olive oil, cooked foods.
There's also many other little products you can get that are good for your home. I found a really beautiful purple plant from this one vendor over here. He always brings his plants. They have honey, there's local people who bring hummus, there's bread makers. My friend and I just got some crepes to eat. So there's always something different when you come here, and you're never left disappointed.
Oh, found wonderful strawberries, super sweet, and some seedless limes I've never had. I always have limes in my drink, so seeds in my drink. So it's nice to have seedless. And down here, and some beautiful tomatoes that were very ripe.
You can find just about everything. I've got Japanese eggplant. You can find regular eggplant. I have passion fruit, which is kind of rare of heart. Some markets have it, but then it's usually super expensive. You can find potatoes, you can find corn, depending on what's in season. Most of the time it's what's in season.
Definitely carrots are always popular. Our carrots are very, very sweet. Our corn is really delicious. It's very sweet too. At this market, we probably sell all of our carrots and mostly all of our corn and all of our watermelon and seasonal melons.
Sometimes I find things that I didn't even know I needed, I wanted, or I was looking for. I find things that are perfect for my room at home. I find things that are great for my kitchen, and it's just a really fun experience coming here, getting to talk to all the vendors. It's a more personal experience, I would say, coming here than walking into a single store.
So I think it's just the sense of community as well, because one of the whole reasons to start farmers markets in the state of California back in the 80s was to connect people to their food. So you're actually knowing where your food's coming from. You're talking to that farmer. You're saying, how did you grow this today? Or, my grandmother always had these special kind of peppers. Have you ever thought of growing these? So you have an interpersonal relationship with your food source.
What else can you find here?
I think just a lot of nice people like yourself.
Well, thanks for the kind words, Bill, and trust me, the feeling is mutual. The inaugural Making Memories Festival, a day-long celebration replete with music and food, underscores the ongoing campaign of Alzheimer's Los Angeles to support communities impacted by dementia.
We have been here working in the community of Los Angeles to support families who are living with Alzheimer's and dealing with caregiving every day. We've been doing it for 40 years, and we decided that, you know, with the pandemic and everything else, it was a good reason for a nice celebration. And for us, music and food are what bring people together. Music builds lasting connections in the brain, and you can always see people even in the late stages of Alzheimer's disease respond to music. So we wanted to create an event that brought people together around music and food, and so we created the Making Memories Festival to honor our 40 years of service to the community and to celebrate the connections in the community here of Los Angeles. The food, a percentage of the proceeds of the food will come to Alzheimer's Los Angeles. It also is going to support this amazing park. We're here at LA State Historic Park, and this is a state park, and so a percentage of the proceeds is also from the food only. It's going to support the park and Alzheimer's Los Angeles. Everything else raised, direct donations, go 100% to supporting Alzheimer's Los Angeles and our programs and services here in the community.
Speaking of food, the culinary selection at the festival didn't disappoint. But on a hot Southern California day, nothing beats ice cream, especially these dreamy desserts arriving in Los Angeles by way of New Zealand.
I am from New Zealand. I'm actually the real deal. I'm not an LA actor faking it, doing method acting. No, all of the guys who work here are from a place called Hawke's Bay in New Zealand. And the whole idea is to have real fruit mixed with ice cream. So as you can see with the machine that you've got in there, we put either vegan or regular dairy vanilla ice cream in there. Then we put, for instance, if you order strawberry, we'll put real frozen strawberries on top, and then we'll blend it up and it comes out like a soft serve consistency. And this was started in Hawke's Bay, where we're from, because there's a lot of fruit orchards, a lot of berry orchards, and some genius came up with the idea that if you mix fruit and ice cream on the spot, it's delicious. People say this is some of the best ice cream I've ever tasted. For instance, we've just added some new flavors. There's a thing in New Zealand, it's called Hokey Pokey. It's a flavor you don't have here, but it's best described to the American market as a mix between butterscotch and toffee. So we make that ourselves, secret recipe of course, and it's just something you haven't tasted. It's absolutely lovely. I myself, and I think a lot of people have known family members and so on that have had Alzheimer's, and to be able to have a day like this together and support a good cause as well. I mean, you can't go wrong. We've got a beautiful day here. Everyone can connect over some, you know, perhaps memories that they've had of that and people they've known. So it's a lovely event.
If there's a point of interest or an interesting person in your town, don't be surprised if our crew rolls up to see for ourselves just what the buzz is all about. For City Limits, I'm Alan Basoyahe. Visit us on eaglenewslive.com and follow us on Eagle News Live YouTube, Eagle News Live Facebook, and on Twitter at Eagle News Live.